Tamara from Bones from Pet Care, out on another glorious spring day. Absolutely beautiful today. Lovely sunshine, nice and warm. Out with Shadow and Alan and my collies, and I'm just going to give you a few reasons why long lines are better than extendable leads. Now, anybody who knows me or who's followed anything I've said online on my page, they'll know I'm not a fan of extendable leads at all. I mean, I have used them in the past, depending on the situation, depending on the dog. You know, I have grudgingly used them, but this is what I much prefer for a dog with no recall and who is learning to walk on a loose lead. Now, Alan, Basset Hound, obviously, his nose will take him off sometimes. He's not 100% reliable. Well, let's face it, no dog is completely 100% reliable. But with Alan, if a smell gets in his nose, that's it. It can be away. So Alan's on the long line. He was being walked on an extendable. And I used to find that when I walked him on a regular lead, a shorter lead, that he would pull like a train. And that is probably due because he was walked on an extendable before he was taught to walk on a regular lead. And in my opinion, extendables, when a dog doesn't know how to walk on a lead, all the extendable teaches them is to pull to make it extend, to get to where you want to go. And then when you pop them on a regular lead after that, they try and do the same thing. So I swapped Alan to using a long line. This is my long line, 10-metre one. It's nice and soft. The dog doesn't feel like he has to put resistance on it to pull against it to make it extend. It just drags along behind him. So that's one reason it's better than extendable. He doesn't have to use his shoulders, use his force to make it go where he wants. Therefore, he's not pulling technically. He walks much better on this than he ever did on a regular lead. The other reason they're much better is, I don't know if you ever have walked on an extendable lead, but they're big, they're bulky, obviously they're plastic, and when they drop on the floor, if your dog pulls an extendable lead out of your hand and you drop it on the floor, it makes a hell of a noise. It can spook a dog. You alright, Alan? You're chewing grass? Alright, son. And they spook a dog, and a dog can start running. And then what happens when the extendable lead is still attached is this big, scary, noisy plastic monster starts chasing the dog down the road, makes the dog run faster. And no matter how much you call, that dog's not coming back when there's a big, scary plastic monster chasing them. But with this, if he does pull it out of my hand, it goes on the floor. Oh no, Alan, come back, come back. It's not chasing him. I can put my feet on it if I need to be to stop it. There's a good boy. You see, Alan's recall is getting good. He's coming back to see. He didn't just run off. And there was no scary plastic monster. There we go. Put my feet on it and pick it up. I'm in control again. Obviously, if he does take off, if he does start running, perhaps he got a smell of a deer or something, this is going to be trailing after him quite a long way. So you don't have to run quite as fast as he does to be able to grab this. Like I say, you can stand on it, and the little jerk you'll feel at the end when he runs to the end when you're standing on it won't be enough to hurt him, luckily, but it will be maybe enough to just jolt him out of his single-minded idea about going after the smell. So that's another good thing in my opinion. And for me, I don't know, obviously everybody else has bigger hands than me. I've got quite small hands, and holding the extendable lead is quite uncomfortable. And when I was pregnant, I got really bad carpal tunnel, and I still have iffy wrists. And holding an extendable lead it hurts my hands. This is much nicer. Some of the things to watch out with a long lead, obviously they do drag along the ground like this. So in wetter, muddier weather, you will end up with a very dirty line You can get your hands dirty, but I'm guessing if you've got dogs, you're no stranger to a bit of mud. I know I'm certainly not. The other thing is, obviously, if you're wanting to put them on perhaps where there's a little more undergrowth inside the woodlands, obviously they can get trapped around roots and oh, watch that bee, and watch out, Alan, come here son, good boy. They get trapped around roots and things sticking up and what have you, so it's always best to keep it ravelled in and then let them poo bag down and let them unwind it again. But obviously long lines, great for lovely open fields, you know, where you can see what's coming, what's going on. Woodland that aren't too dense, so they're not going to get all snagged on around roots and trees and things. But always carry a regular lead as well for situations where a regular lead would be better. Somewhere where you've got to walk the dog close to you, keep them under closer control, obviously just in case things go wrong. So there we go, in my opinion, and you know, some people think my opinion is worth actually something, so there you go. I think these are much better than extendable leads. Time and a place maybe for extendable leads. Older dogs who are perhaps losing hearing, losing sight. Dogs that already know how to walk on a loose lead, but perhaps need to stay on either through injury, illness or whatever. Pop them on an extendable to give them a little bit more freedom. But for training recall and training not to pull, I think these are excellent. You can get them in different lengths as well. This one suits me nicely. It's a 10-metre line. Cost me £8.40 from Amazon. There we go. Bargain. Absolute bargain. So there we go. Lovely day. Alan's happy on his line. He's been playing with the other dogs. Lovely walk. I hope everybody has a good day. See you later.